This is Due to Underwhelming Demand, a podcast, a fine podcast that's brought to you by, and you know this, Home Run Heroes for Children's.
It's all coming to Southside Park, June 21st to 23rd. First weekend of summer in Woodstock because the Children's Oxford County Sub-Chapter team are throwing a family fun day on that Saturday, and all weekend long there's going to be all kinds of family fun activities during Woodstock Minor Baseball Association's House League Tournament.
Okay, yeah, and it's on the weekend of, you're right, the first day of summer weekend. So Friday night, 5 till 9, Saturday, 8 till 8, so a full family day.
Yeah.
And then Sunday, probably 9 till 5. All of it at Southside Park in Woodstock. And the Children's Health Foundation will be bringing food trucks and lots of activities for the kids, which is great.
Yes, so probably 9 to 5 on the Sunday.
Well, you don't know how long because, you know, this is a baseball tournament, right? I mean, it might it might go 9 till 6. It could be over by 3. You never know. You know, it's baseball.
Depends how competitive that final championship game is.
Exactly. That's how it works.
But yeah, it is. It's the first weekend of the summer, and at Southside Park in Woodstock, you can have all kinds of fun with your family, whether you or your kids are playing or not. Maybe you know someone, and even that doesn't even really matter because it's all to raise money for the Children's Health Foundation, because when you live in Woodstock or just Oxford County in general and your child needs the hospital, they're going to Children's in London.
Yeah, that's where you go, and they do great work, but they also depend on a lot of funding to do that great work. So that's what this is all about. Again, it's June 21st, Friday, 5 till 9, Saturday, the 22nd from 8 till 8, and Sunday, we're not sure how long it'll last, but 9 till 5 approximately.
9 till something, yeah.
9 till something. And hopefully the weather will be awesome for this event. Southside Park in Woodstock, go!
Yes, if you want to see a little bit more, just go to childhealth.ca and look under events.
This is Due to Underwhelming Demand. It's a podcast. Look at it. Listen to it. It's a podcast with Dave, Rachel, and Forman. It's the bad tattoo of podcasts because apparently we're hard to get rid of.
It's like the cat came back. We just
might as well say we're the gonorrhea of podcasts.
Well, I'm working on that one. I'll get
well, we haven't spread yet, so.
Yeah.
Right, it spreads a little slow. Not quite in syphilis territory.
No, not quite.
The podcast that'll make you itch. The podcast
the crabs of podcasts.
The podcast that will make it hurt when you pee.
I have no segue for that, so I'm just going to continue on here.
We're that fish that crawls up your stream while you're peeing in that lake of podcasts.
Oh, my God. That's why I don't swim in lakes. Like lakes, ocean, I hate that.
Yeah. Doesn't happen to many people, but when it gets you, Christ.
That's the word. I don't even want to think about that.
Where are you when I'm trying to come up with these for me?
In the emergency room.
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
With your fish.
Okay.
All right. I have no segue, so let's just move right along.
All right.
My daughter, who is almost 11, we're trying to get her to be a little more responsible and self-sufficient and do things on her own. She can stay home alone. She's very interested in babysitting eventually. Mm-hmm. She hasn't taken the babysitting course yet. So I keep saying things to her like, you got to learn to make, even craft dinner, like easy stuff if you need to make lunch for kids or something, and she's very poor with time management. So that's the one thing that we're trying to get her to be good at. Because I said to her, if you are, for instance, babysitting and the parent says they have to be in bed at 7, but they need a bath or something, you need to know, okay, I need to start the bath at 6:30, something like that. Like you need to figure that out because that kind of stuff does not cross her mind. So lately,
wow, a 10-year-old is bad at time management.
Well, but
How
she's
can that be?
She's completely
knock me over.
Well, she's just very oblivious to things. Like she just doesn't. I feel like some kids are really on stuff. I don't know. Maybe this is normal. Maybe it's normal, but I feel like she's very
10-year-old
oblivious.
that's oblivious to the world around them.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, okay.
Now
well,
I've heard everything.
Well, I don't know.
Yeah.
So last night I'm putting her to bed, and all of a sudden I'm just about to leave, and all of a sudden she's like, "Oh, I forgot to do my homework," and I'm like, "Oh my God, what was your homework?" Like she doesn't have a lot of homework, but she brought home a ukulele from school. They have ukuleles, and she said I was supposed to find a song this weekend and practice it and know the whole song and the words, and do a test on it tomorrow. And I was like,
and so she's
I'm
just gone to
sorry,
bed
what?
and remembers that?
yeah. I'm like,
Oh,
I'm
boy.
sorry. You're
Whoa.
supposed to do what exactly? I'm like, what's the song? She's like, I have to pick one. I said, well, didn't the teacher give you a song? No, I have a song in the case, but that's not the one I'm supposed to do. I'm supposed to get my own song and learn it by myself
Yeah.
and then perform it as a test tomorrow. And I said,
Wow.
now,
Well,
this weekend was a long weekend, actually, this past weekend. So she had 3 days. I said, so you're telling me that your music teacher in grade 5 said to you, go home, find a song, learn it by yourself, and come back in 3 days to do a test on it? And she's like, yes, Mom. And she's so exasperated with me as if I don't understand and I'm such an idiot. And yes, I'm freaking out. And why don't you understand how urgent this is? And I'm saying that seems like a tall order for a grade 5. And I said, and you're musical,
No.
like you're
Yeah.
in
Not at
music
all.
lessons.
No,
Like for other
no.
kids going home who have no musical ability at all,
Wait
they're
a
supposed to
second.
just find a song in 3 days and learn it.
Now, wait a second.
Yeah.
I seem to recall that you purchased a ukulele.
Yes,
a
I
ukulele
did.
that you were planning to learn how to play.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I would assume
Right.
that the teacher probably is aware of you purchasing the ukulele. Probably
I
thought,
don't know.
Well, it's best I send this child home where a mom will teach her a song over the weekend because Mom is a ukulele
Clearly
owner
knows how to
and
play.
player. Right.
Yeah,
You
no,
know
I
how to
don't
play.
know how to. No, I don't know how to play it.
What do you
No.
mean you don't? That was like
I
2 or
bought
3
this
years
ukulele,
ago.
and I'm not even sure if it's the same because the one I have is a soprano ukulele, and I don't know what kind she has. Mine's
to tell-
very out of tune and not being used.
You mean to
Quite
tell
frankly,
me
it's-
you didn't learn how to play that ukulele?
No, I tried a little bit. There was a girl on Instagram I was following, and she would teach you how to play.
No. For
Can you
She's
remind us
pretty
how many
good,
times
actually.
did you go skiing last winter?
Yeah, exactly.
Also, I'm still planning to golf this summer,
Uh-huh.
and
Oh,
that
right,
hasn't
where you're joining the
quite
ladies' league,
happened
right?
yet. Yeah, but we didn't join the league. We're just gonna like go,
Oh, I see.
but we
Uh-huh.
haven't done that yet.
Right.
So I don't know. Maybe Julia gets it from me. I don't know. She's a
Well, she
little.
didn't get ukulele from you because you don't know how to play the ukulele.
No.
Apparently.
No.
I thought that was
No,
a
that's
given.
what. Listen, this isn't about me. This is about my kid. I don't know why you have to turn it around back.
Yes, it is.
Because
Show
I
me
think
this
she's
is about
freaking-
Rachel.
this is really about Rachel.
Number one answer.
Because somehow,
Oh, because she
You're
is
so-
my mini me.
so
She
you're,
is my
you're
mini-me.
concerned that this child of yours is oblivious to things.
Yeah, so then she's telling me at 9 p.m. what she
Wait.
needs to do and
I
figure out, and
understand.
I'm like,
Yeah.
I
I
I'm
get
kind of
that.
like, well, this is okay. If you really need to do, if this is true, then we'd better get out of bed and find a song so you can stay up late and practice. If you have a test tomorrow, you've literally nothing.
Yeah.
And she's like, well, I'm not going to know the words. I'm like, well, you're going to have to take the music and
Did you have
just
to
go
sing
and-
it too?
Yes, she's got it's a whole performance. So then I'm like, you know what? Let me text some of the other parents in the class. So I text 2 of the other parents, and one of them writes back, and she's like, no. Only tomorrow they have to know what song they're going to perform, and then they do the test in June, which is a
Okay.
month away now.
Ah.
And I'm like, okay, that makes way more sense. And she says to me, LOL, Julia, totally unbothered all day long. And then at 9 p.m., I'm like, yes, that's exactly what happened. So
Yeah.
now I'm telling Julia, and she's like, oh, okay, good. I'm like, so let's pick a song. She's like, I don't know what, now it's a freak out about, I don't know what song to pick. But I said to her, you need to listen when the teacher tells you this is the instruction. and know what it is. She's like, I was listening. That's what he said. I'm like, he didn't say that. That's not. That none of that came out. Even I thought, well, that's a tall order for a grade 5 who is just learning this instrument.
So you're suggesting that it's conceivable here that your young daughter, things are being said to her, but she's not really hearing.
She doesn't receive it and process. Yeah, she's not getting it. This has happened again with some book report she had to do. And she's like, Mom, my book report's due tomorrow and I'm not finished. And I'm like, hold on. When did that happen? It happened last weekend, and and I'm like,
isn't it annoying
why didn't
to
you
have
tell me
someone
that?
in your life that does that?
Yeah, it's really annoying.
Okay.
Actually, yeah,
guys,
it's really annoying to have.
That's not. I don't live with you. I'm not your kid. You don't like.
How often did that?
I
happen
actually
for you?
manage my own self.
How often did that on a daily basis?
Daily.
On a daily basis.
No, I'm not. No.
2 to 3 times per morning.
What?
Like somehow it would occur to you, we have to do this. Yeah, we told you that an hour ago.
Sometimes live on the air.
Yeah.
And I mean, everybody has their
No.
moments. We've all done some of these things sometimes.
Yes.
Sometimes
Okay.
It happens.
You could just say a sentence, and then
It
it's
happens.
like it occurred to you out of the blue to say the exact same sentence. You don't know where you've heard it before.
Okay.
From
I'll
us.
admit that's not the first time I've heard people say that about me. Like my husband has mentioned that a couple times. So I'm trying to get Julia to be a little more self-sufficient. But perhaps I'm not the best role model
I think
for
you
that.
may want to hand
Maybe.
that job over to Jeremy.
He's very with it. He doesn't
You
forget
just
anything.
deal with the damn dog.
No, he's all right. That's all I can do.
Yeah, that's all you can
Forget the
handle.
parenting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is due to Underwhelming Demand, the podcast with Dave, Rachel, and Forman, the podcast that's very much like having a hot drink on a hot day.
Not worth it.
Yeah, not very satisfying. Yeah.
No.
Tell you.
Having a piping hot, extra small coffee.
Yeah. In the middle of a July afternoon.
Extra small coffee. Okay.
Yeah.
Rachel, I sort of thought of you because I know you're about to leave for a little. Will you call this a vacation or a trip? A trip or a vacation?
Oh, either, I guess. Vacation? I don't know. Yeah.
Or trip? Because
What do you mean? What's the difference? It's a
that's good
vacation. It's a
question.
trip.
What is the
It's the same.
difference?
No, it's not.
No, they are
A
not.
vacation and a trip?
No, the difference between a trip and a vacation.
No, like this weekend, I know
What are
I'm
you
going to visit my family, and we're going there to watch Harley's Ontario Championship Artistic Swimming Competition.
Okay.
And that's several days going to the other side of the province.
Sure, yeah.
And that is
A trip.
a trip.
That's a trip.
Oh, I see. Okay, so maybe a vacation is like a little more relaxing.
Way more relaxing than going to watch your kid competing in a yes, that's not
Yes.
I don't even
relaxing.
know if I would call that a trip. Like you're just going to Ottawa to,
But it's a trip.
What?
Well,
For
I'm
the-
going
It's a trip.
somewhere.
It's a trip.
That's like calling hockey tournaments a trip. Those aren't
They
Yeah.
are.
trips.
They're
It's a
trips.
trip. You go for a weekend to whatever. To
Where have you been?
tournament. Yeah.
Oh, we had a hockey tournament, so we took a trip to fill in the blank.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay, I guess. Yeah, so a vacation is more relaxing. So if you're going to a resort down south, that's a vacation.
Well, not necessarily.
What do you mean?
Well, are you going with several couples on a vacation?
Well, we
down
have.
south?
Yeah, we've gone with
then
our family.
That becomes a trip.
Oh, it's not as fun.
Like many
Not as
people will
relaxing.
take vacations down south, but
Yes.
if you go with, say, let's grab a number out of the air arbitrarily, 12 extended family members,
That's a trip.
Rachel,
That's a trip. That's a trip. That's not,
Not
a
if your
vacation.
parents are there and they can help watch the kids. That's not a vacation.
No, it's still a trip. It's a trip. It's a trip. Look, listen, your sister oftentimes comes to visit you with her family.
Yeah. Yep.
She would call that a trip, not a vacation.
Yeah, she probably would. She would not say that that's relaxing.
Mm-hmm. That's a trip.
No, she wouldn't say. But we're going to visit them this summer, and I would.
You're going to Cape Breton?
Yep, we're going
That's
to
a
Cape
trip.
Breton.
You're going to.
Are you
We're
just staying at her
driving.
house, or are you going to go tour around?
No, we're gonna for a couple nights. We're gonna go sleep in these like glamping domes. We booked these
Yes.
dome things, so that's
yeah.
kind of a vacation. But when you're taking your kids and you gotta make all the food anyway, it is more of a trip.
Yeah, no.
Like if
kidding.
I'm cooking and I'm doing,
Now you're
it's
getting
not
it. Now
like
you're getting
nobody's
it.
serving me while I'm there,
No,
right?
Now you're getting
Yeah.
it. Now you're
Okay.
getting it. So
Yeah. Okay. So
Would-
people think a
would you-
vacation is like
a vacation is when you go somewhere and you
relax.
Yeah, I think it's a vacation. It's a way.
It's
you
fun.
Get away. You get
Pure
away
fun
from the
and
normalcies
relaxation.
of your life.
Yeah.
And so, anytime you
Okay.
take a trip with family,
Yeah. Well,
that's not a
sometimes it's
vacation.
fine.
That's
It's
not
a vacation if the family is helpful to you with
No,
your children.
it's not. No, it's still your
Might not
family.
be
One
vacation
time
for
that's
the
ever
parents,
happened.
Yes, because
Well-
at some point on that trip, Rachel,
Yeah.
despite the fact that maybe your family helps looking after the kids, at
Yeah.
some point there will be an argument.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guaranteed.
Yeah.
Guaranteed.
That is true. Yeah.
Guaranteed.
But that's why everybody needs their own space. And everybody needs their own space and their own like time alone. That's why when you set out, so I'm starting to agree with you. When you set out on a vacation with a bunch of adult couples, right? Maybe there's no kids, okay? Hypothetically, you could go to a bunch of, a resort or something with a bunch of couples. It's supposed to be a vacation that quickly turns into a trip when someone's being difficult.
See, now you're getting
Yeah.
it. Now you understand.
It quickly turns into a trip when these people want to do one thing, but these people want to do another thing. Or I actually saw a meme the other day, and the people who are like, get up and hikes, let's go hiking at 6 a.m. And the
Okay.
people who just want to sit on the beach and have a drink, those people should never go on vacation together.
No, never.
Because then it's a trip.
Then it's a trip.
You should never go
see.
together.
You've seen it. You've seen the light.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you're-
No, I get it now. I get it.
Okay, so this trip that's upcoming for you,
Yeah.
is it a trip or a vacation now that
We
defined
are-
this?
We are going to Florida, and we're.
Oh.
I know it's
Oh,
hot. It's
okay.
going to be
That
hot,
sounds-
but
it sounds like a
Jeremy was
vacation.
sick. We couldn't go to. We had to cancel our other vacation,
Right.
and we want to be near Americanized healthcare just in
yes,
case
but
we
as
need it.
As we
Yeah.
already have, look, we've already made you very aware.
Yeah.
You canceled your trip earlier this year, the one that with all the family members.
Yeah.
It's a
Well,
trip,
that
not
was a
you.
resort vacation, but yeah, we had grandparents
no, it's a
coming
trip. It's still a trip.
because the grandparents were there.
Stop calling it a vacation.
But
It's a
if I
trip.
still have to look after my kids, it's always a trip. Like I don't get a vacation then.
Oh,
If my
please.
kids are there, it's
Sure
a trip.
You do. You're in a different location.
So there's just the
You're
four
gonna
of us
yell
are now.
You're yelling at them no matter where you are. You just
Well,
have to
exactly.
pick-
If I don't want to have to do that. I don't want to have to anyway. So we're gonna do Disney for one day, which
Oh
is
my.
more of a trip. I feel like because I have
Yeah,
done
that's
more
not a
planning
vacation.
to go to Disney for one day than to be in Florida for a whole week.
That's
Like I've done more
exactly
planning
what
for
we
that
did
one day.
This past February, we did exactly that.
Yeah, it's
Most
gonna cost
days
$1
felt
million.
like trips. There was
Yep.
more trip feeling days than vacation feeling
Yeah.
days.
See?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that's what you
When
don't
I
want.
come back, I will let you know whether it was a vacation or a trip.
How about if
I'll give you the update.
Here's how you know when you come back from a trip
Yeah.
and you realize suddenly that you need a vacation.
Mm-hmm.
That's how you define the difference between trip and vacation. Okay?
I need a
So-
break from these people. My
yes,
God.
exactly. That's how it all works.
Then it
That's
was a
how you-
trip.
That's how you define.
I feel
when
like
you
parents can't have vacations because you have to
Oh,
care for the
yes.
whole family.
No, you can have them. That's
No.
why. That's why they have.
If
kids
you leave your
clubs.
kids at home.
Yeah, no, they have kids clubs. There.
I don't know if they have a
Sign
kids
them
club
in,
where we're
tell
going.
them where to find it. That's how it works.
When you go glamping in Cape Breton, do you and Jeremy have one dome and the kids have a different dome?
No, we don't. We are
Have
all
you-
in the same dome.
Have you ever glamped before?
No. I
Uh-huh.
think that might be more of a trip too.
I think
Although
it's-
there is a hot tub, so we'll see.
You don't
Yeah.
like camping. I don't see you loving glamping.
Well, it's a bed in a dome, so it's better than sleeping in a tent.
And
in a
I
regular
can
tent.
tell you firsthand, there's nothing more fun than trying to sit in a hot tub and enjoy it while two kids are playing and splashing and jumping and going crazy at the same time.
We've again.
I'll tell
it's a
them to go play near the cliff.
It's a trip. This is due to underwhelming demand with Dave, Rachel, and Forman, the podcast equivalent of nails on a chalkboard. How's that? I mean, that's...
Gives me the shivers
Shivers down your spine.
every time we record.
Just thinking about it.
Sometimes people like the shivers. And I'll point you to a classic tale of Frog and Toad for that one.
Okay.
Anyway.
Frog and Toad.
I don't know that. Okay.
Those books are a good idea. And you know
Frog
what?
and Toad. Oh, they're books. Okay.
Yes, it is time for another edition of Good Idea, Bad Idea.
Oh!
It's time for another good idea, bad idea.
Now that is a good idea.
Well, I don't know. I'll weigh in on whether it's a good idea at the end of Good Idea.
Oh, I see. When you hear what he's... Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
exactly.
Fine.
What do you got? What do you
Well,
got?
the 2024 Olympic Games are coming up in Paris.
Yes.
Yes. That's exciting.
Zoot alors.
Zut alors.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Well, that was from the last episode.
Yeah, I know. I can't let go.
And in the Athletes Village this year, Airweave is the company that has manufactured all of the beds. They are 100% recyclable, so that's great.
Interesting.
And also,
Wow.
they will collapse under the weight of more than one user, thereby deterring intimate activities among the competitors.
Oh, no. I
Yep.
think that's a
That's kind of
terrible
mean, though.
idea. That's a bad idea, don't you think?
I think that's a bad idea, too.
Bad idea.
The Olympics is
So they have a weight limit then.
the greatest athletes in the world come together, and
But no, they don't. If
well, they
the
don't want
Olympics
them to
has
come
their
together.
way
Apparently
with it.
not, but it's a very, there's a lot of stress. There's a lot of you need stress relievers. You need
Right?
yes.
You need something fun to do when you're not
yes.
competing?
Yes, something to maybe take your mind.
My
off
dog just got here.
something to take your mind off the pole
Hey.
vault. Although that's a bad example.
I feel like part of being at the Olympics is, for the athletes, that is part. We always talk about that. We always hear about it, right?
Yes, they hand out
So-
condoms.
Yes, like that's kind of mean. I feel like
If I'm
You're
going to
taking
shot
away their
put all day, I want to
experience.
shot put all night.
Yes.
That's right. That's right. Right.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, so the
So that's- I
anti-sex
feel like
beds
that's
in
a
the
bad
Athletes
idea.
Village, bad idea.
Yeah, bad idea.
I just
Good
think it's a
grief.
bad idea.
I think that's part of it for them.
well, because,
For who wants to do that? Who want to?
well,
yeah.
but
Maybe you
love
find your significant, your long love
That's
there.
exactly right. Love always finds a way. So
That's right.
Trying to take it away is just not going to work.
Nope.
Yeah.
It's just not. Something's.
I
See,
think it'll happen
just-
anyway.
Yes.
Something's
Yeah.
going to happen. I think that's a really terrible idea. I really
Yeah,
do.
I think.
I mean,
think
you
it's
could
mean.
just put your sheets
What
on
do
the
they do
floor.
with all those beds when they're done, though? Like they do make all these athletes
they're
villages,
recyclable.
and then they. Yeah, but what happens to the other, like outside of Paris or what? Wherever else they've had them.
I don't know. Don't they turn that into like houses
Hotels or
or apartments
something?
They usually they turn them into apartments or something.
Yeah,
Oh,
or
okay.
they're only temporary structures in the first place.
Yeah,
and
they
then
could
they,
be.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Wow.
Interesting.
Well, bad
All
idea
right.
on that, I think.
Bad
Yeah.
idea. All right. Next.
Dave, you're a golfer,
Yes.
and we all love The Price is Right.
Yes, of course. Bob Barker.
And I don't
Now
know
Drew
what
Carey.
they're going to do about this, but it turns out it has been confirmed. Happy Gilmore 2 is officially confirmed at Netflix.
What?
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, that's a good idea, but it's a bad idea because we don't have Bob anymore.
No,
I mean,
Bob Barker obviously cannot be in it.
No.
But Adam
Yeah.
Sandler
Well-
obviously will be. Shooter McGavin, Christopher McDonald, he'll be in there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It was such a long time ago for Happy Gilmore. I don't know if I want another one. I don't think it'll be as good.
Well, you know what? Here's the thing, and I think we talked about this on the podcast, but I I thought the new Top Gun Maverick, which
Yeah.
was 25 years in the making, or however
That's
long,
true.
however long between those two movies,
Yeah.
was way better than the first one. So
all
there's,
right.
there's the possibility, but
That could be good.
But the best part, I think, of the original Happy Gilmore is Bob Barker.
Yes.
I mean, that's the
Yeah.
best. That's
He is
the best
great.
part.
And you don't have Chubbs either. The guy that played Chubbs is golfing teacher, Carl Weathers.
Oh, with the hand?
Yes,
He passed
he's
away.
gone
Yeah, with the
too.
hand that got bit
The
off.
wooden
by the
hand?
alligator. Yeah.
He got
Oh.
around anymore. Anyway, I don't.
This is just because Adam Sandler has a huge deal with Netflix and he has to pump out these movies.
He's got to pump out
He has
something
no,
for Netflix.
yeah, exactly.
Maybe
So-
that's it.
So we're back to
Anyway.
Happy Gilmore. I don't know. I'm
Yeah,
not holding my
I
breath
loved
on
Happy
that one.
Gilmore, so
We
No,
were zipping
I
through-
liked it,
like
but
the movie,
I think
but
this
will
is a
tell
bad
you
idea.
this. I will
Bad
tell you
idea.
this, and he's been criticized over the years enough, and he knows it. He made his fortune making really, really dumb movies. When
Yes.
I was watching a movie, we zipped by it, and I don't know the name of the movie, but it was Adam Sandler, Jennifer Aniston, and
it's like
the supermodel, whoever the supermodel was, the supermodel du jour, whoever she was, I can't remember her name. Anyway, he plays a plastic surgeon, Adam Sandler, and there's a point in the thing where
Yes.
they're talking to all the people, like there's the people in the waiting room, like, and you can tell all of them. I was on the floor laughing. It's so stupid. Like the lady with the, or the lady with the great big ass, or the just,
I don't remember that movie at all.
so
What
funny.
what movie is
I
he a
forget.
plastic surgeon?
He's a plastic surgeon. Jennifer Aniston's in it. I don't want to spoil the movie for you, but
Yeah.
if you ever come across it,
All right.
I thought it was very funny, especially the clients that it. Because anyway, pretty funny.
I mean,
So-
he makes movies that are slapstick funny
Dumb.
and they're
Dumb.
kind of mindless that you can just watch and have a good time. It's not.
It's dumb.
It's fun. They're fine. They're fun.
just
right?
go with it.
yeah, go
From
with it, sure.
2011.
That's it. That's the
Oh,
one.
okay.
That's it. That's what it's called.
All
After
right.
spending years pretending to be married, an unattached plastic surgeon meets the one and enlists his assistant to pose as a soon-to-be ex-wife.
Yes,
Oh, okay.
and
All right.
hilarity ensues.
And hilarity
I don't know.
ensues.
I
There
think
you go.
Happy Gilmore 2 is a bad idea. I think
Also,
it's
the
bad.
guy who shouts, "Hey, you won't make this shot, you jackass!"
Yeah.
It's Joe Flaherty, the Canadian
Oh.
guy from SCTV.
Oh.
He's not with us either.
He's done with
Oh.
he just passed
So
away.
we're missing a lot of key characters.
Yeah,
Well, they'll have to
that
make it
makes
totally
me-
different. Maybe that'll be
makes
good.
That makes me think maybe it's a bad idea. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, well then last one,
Okay.
and I can't imagine anyone thinking this is a good idea, but maybe that's some incentive to try.
Okay.
Okay.
Jordan Luca, which is a high-end menswear brand, just featured a new pair of jeans in their latest collection, and they look like regular jeans. They cost about $800. They are sold
Bad
out
idea.
immediately,
What?
and they have a stone wash stain on the crotch. Therefore, it looks like, speaking of Adam Sandler, it looks like you peed your pants
Oh. All
Yeah.
of them have that same
on
stain.
purpose.
And they sold out for $800. Bad idea.
Yes.
That's a bad
Jeans
idea.
that make it look like you peed your
Bad
pants.
idea.
No, thank you. Nope. Don't need that.
There's a-
Stonewash is very 90s. I get that that's kind of coming back now, but I don't.
There's
I don't
a
need
there's a
it.
Sure.
professor at a university, professor of apparel design and merchandising, who says the basis of coolness is not caring. And I can't think of anything that screams "I don't care" more than
Than peeing.
proudly wearing a pair of jeans that lets people think, at least at first glance, that you peed your pants.
There's something to be
Okay,
said.
I agree with that.
Something to be
I
said
do
for
You
agree with
agree
that.
with that?
I agree with the basis of coolness is not caring. I don't care.
Yes.
I don't care
Don't
what you
pee your
think.
pants.
Well, ideally you
Well,
don't want to pee your
yeah.
pants, but
Maybe
look,
they just want people to think they peed their pants and then take a second look and be like, oh, it's just the way the pants are.
I think if you're
That makes
living
them
your,
cool, I
if
guess.
if you're living your best life as a cool person, that's just gonna happen. Sorry, you're just gonna
You're
be.
just gonna pee your pants.
You're just gonna because I'm
No, I don't care.
if I'm too busy being cool to go to the bathroom. I'm not going where you
I'm too busy. Yeah.
you uncool people go. I'm going to go wherever
I'm just
I
gonna pee my
want.
pants and
What
do
stinks out here?
whatever I want.
That's right.
That's the basis of being.
It's a dumb idea. I mean, it's just dumb.
I think it's a dumb
Bad
idea
idea.
too.
And people,
Yeah.
and the fact that they're
I
selling
think
them
people
for
are spending
$800
$800 on pants they'll wear for maybe one season and then they'll be like, nah.
The
I think
fact
that's
that
a
they
bad
sell
idea
them for
overall.
800 and they sold out tells you that it's probably a good idea.
Yeah, I mean,
Good
I
idea.
wish I could be the one
For the
to convince
designer.
people to walk around looking like they peed their pants and pay me $800 to do it.
Uh-huh.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
That's, and therein lies the good idea. This is due to underwhelming.
Try it
I can't
again.
even say it. I'll try it again. Take two. This is
Whatever.
due to
Here we
underwhelming.
are.
Yeah, we're here. It's a podcast. You know what it's called with Dave, Rachel, and Forman. We're at the point where we tell you can sponsor this fine podcast that I can't say.
This fine, poor podcast.
Yeah, poor podcast. Just get a hold of us if you know or are interested in sponsorship. Dave, Rachel, Forman at gmail.com.
Yes,
That's
so
why
you
we're
can email
exactly.
us anytime
go ahead.
for anything. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Go ahead.
That's why
Warren.
we're like the kangaroo. The kangaroo, sometimes known as the penis fish, a small Amazonian catfish. That's the one that's reported to lodge itself in the urethra of people who may be urinating in the water.
Oh my.
Ouch.
Okay.
No
That
one wants
sounds
anything
horrible.
lodged in a urethra.
No. How do they? I mean, they
No, you
mustn't.
don't.
They're very small, I
Ouch.
guess. Jeez, my
Ouch.
goodness.
Ouch.
Okay.
Ouch. Well, thank
That's
you for
terrible.
that.
Yep.
Very, very.
Just thought we'd give
This is
everyone
why
some
I don't
closure on that
swim.
one.
Don't swim in lakes or oceans. God, I just give me a pool.
Don't swim in lakes or oceans.
Like I
All
just,
right.
they're
Okay.
safer. Pools are
Okay.
safer.
All
All right.
right.
If you want to email us anytime about whatever you hear on the podcast, we love to get your emails, or you can DM us Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. If you're listening on a podcast platform like Podbean or Spotify or something, you can leave a message there or a review. That would be great too.
Yeah, we like
Oh,
to-
and follow us or subscribe to us on YouTube, please, if you
Sure.
haven't already.
Yeah.
Anyway, there's all of our asks. We got an email this is for Dave from Janet. Hi, Dave, Rachel, and Forman. We wanted to give a big thank you for your great advice. We had to renew our passport and dreaded the thought. Because you said we can make an appointment, we did exactly that. We walked into the Tilsonburg passport office. No one was waiting.
Tilsonburg has a passport office?
Yeah,
My
I guess.
goodness.
I didn't know that.
I didn't either.
Good for
But
them.
I don't go to Tilsonburg. Anyway, she said we went in there. No one was waiting, which was a miracle in itself. It wouldn't have mattered with our appointment, though. We would have shot right to the top of the line anyway.
Yeah.
We were gone in 15 minutes. In and out in
Wow.
15 minutes. We can't thank you enough.
Well, I'm so happy.
That's
that
for
I
all
saved-
of us. It's to all of us, but mostly for Dave.
I'm
because
so
you were
happy
talking
that
about your
we,
passport.
that I did not save time and you did. I'm so very happy for you. Here's another.
Thank you for letting me
Here's
know.
another.
Okay.
Dave, there is also a passport renewal office in St. Thomas. How about that?
Oh,
Yeah.
Forman?
Foreman, did you know?
Didn't know.
Yes, I know. Service Canada.
Okay, and it's not
Oh,
as
okay,
busy
yeah.
as London. Love you guys. Thanks for the laughs. So there you go, St. Thomas.
Great.
I mean, that's a reason to go to St. Thomas. So thank you for that.
Yeah.
I mean, I suppose.
And you can go
25%
visit Foreman.
faster passport lines.
Sure. Sure. Yeah.
Dave, this one
Absolutely.
is more for you from Melissa, going back to reunions and that friend
Oh,
request
yeah.
and
Yeah,
the
yeah,
guy.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Did you ever write him back, by the way?
Not yet. No.
How
Oh,
did we
yeah.
know?
Not yet.
Well,
Yeah,
Melissa
you-
says don't
yeah.
accept the friend request in the first place.
Yes, I know.
Mm.
If we weren't friends back then, why would you want me to be my friend now, especially if we haven't spoken since school?
Right.
I had this happen to me. I saw a girl I went to high school with, who I haven't seen or talked to in 20 years, at the grocery store. I get home and she sent me a friend request.
Ouch.
Give me a
Oh.
break. I declined it.
Smart. I wish I'd done that. I
Some
wish
people
I'd done
just
that
like to
smart.
reminisce and talk about the good old days or whatever. So I get it.
You could do
I
that
get it.
in person at the grocery store and then don't talk for the next
And
20
then
years.
never
Yeah.
again until you
Then never
maybe
again.
happen to bump into each other.
Never again.
Uh,
Go to a
okay, I
different
have-
grocery store from here on. Yeah. Sure.
That one's painted.
That's right.
Oh boy. We got a message from Ainsley for Foreman because a couple of episodes ago you were talking about being a tractor pull announcer, which
Yes.
is now your new summer job.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Okay. She
It
says,
me.
I need a list of Foreman's tractor pull appearances. We take our boys to a lot of them every year, and we'd love to have Foreman as our commentator.
Hey.
There
well,
you go.
Let's see. If you want to add me to others, yes, please send me more information. I can call any tractor pull in the area. But right now, I'll be calling for the Ontario Vintage Tractor Pullers Association in Brigden, August 3rd. Forest, August 10th. Woodstock, August 24th. Florence, August 25th. Petrolia, September 7th. Wyoming, September 15th. Alvinston, September 29th. And Brigden again, October 12th.
Wow, you have a busy summer and fall there, Foreman.
That's a crop tour. Foreman.
Yes, it is.
Wow.
Wow.
Okay. All right.
All right, great.
Foreman, more on cutting the grass and when it should be done. Okay.
Of course. We can't get away from this one anymore.
I have one neighbor that'll cut lawn at like 6 to 7 p.m. and then once done, blow her driveway for like 2 hours afterwards. Nonstop.
Like with the leaf blower?
My wife wants to take the blower and stick it where the sun don't shine. LOL. Okay, well.
I mean, it's not. People have to cut their grass. At least they're cutting it. You know what? I had the power washer out recently, and I was doing it. And I've got to power wash the pool deck, and I've had to do it in 3 different days now because it's so much work. But it's filthy dirty, and I love power washing because it's so satisfying because it gets so clean. Anyways, as I'm doing it, I'm thinking about Forman and his stupid rant, and I'm thinking, God, I'm the neighbor everyone hates right now. And then eventually I stopped for the day, and I immediately hear the dog a few doors down, howling away, and I'm like, nope, I'm not. That's not me. At least that doesn't happen from my house
you're
all
the
the
same.
time.
You're out there saying, "Hey, everyone, I'm
Not
a pool."
Yeah. And then I hear a rooster the other way, and I'm like, who got a fucking rooster?
Rachel, you live.
That's at least I'm not that neighbor.
You live within 5 minutes of a farm. You're
No,
gonna
I
hear
don't.
roosters.
Well, okay, but like not. I'm in a subdivision in the country.
Yes,
and it's
but you're
fine. Like
within
nobody.
5 minutes of a farm on
I don't
either
have a
side
chicken
of you.
farm near me. You can have chickens in your backyard, fine. They're quiet. Although I think they do attract rodents
I
and
don't
stuff,
know. I
don't
think
they?
You wanted
That's not
country living.
ideal.
You're going to get roosters. That's part of
And now you
Nobody
have a
should have a
neighbor.
rooster in their backyard. They
Well,
cock-a-doodle-doo at all hours of the day.
Now you not only have a neighbor who presumably has eggs, hens in their backyard to make eggs, and now you know they're all fertilized.
Yeah,
So.
exactly. And by the way, speaking of fertilizer, how's the
Great.
air in your in your subdivision when you're so close to farmland this time of year?
Well,
In fact,
sometimes
dusty?
it gets stinky and dusty. Yeah.
that's what
Sometimes.
I figured. Foreman from this. I love this guy's name, Jim Bag.
Jim Bag.
Jim Bag.
Oh,
says you
Jim,
never-
he's messaged us a few times.
Yeah, Jim Bag says you never cut the grass on a Sunday. Period. Don't be that neighbor.
There you go.
Oh,
Yeah, I
well,
can get
that's
behind
what my
that.
dad
I
would
do
say too.
I do it on a. I always do it on a Sunday.
Do you?
Sorry.
Always on Sundays.
Almost always. I mean,
It doesn't bother me when you cut. It doesn't really. I mean, I know you have to cut it, so whatever.
It just works.
It
out
doesn't
that
bother
way.
me.
Sunday's the day. I mean, if it, I could be Saturday, but if Saturday's rainy, I'm cutting Sunday. Sorry,
Sure.
sorry, Jim.
You never
Beck.
know.
Well, thank you, Bryce, by the way,
Forman
for the
disagrees.
Spotify comment.
Okay.
Bryce just said, I love it, the podcast, and I just want to say keep up the great work.
Oh, well,
Thank you.
okay.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
Right.
And we have a voice memo from Scotty.
Oh, let's
Okay,
hear it.
great.
Oh, Scotty's back.
Scotty in Stewiacke.
Stewie.
Or I think East Stewiacke? I don't know, you'll have to correct us, Scotty.
Nova
Stewie.
Scotia. Okay.
Yeah.
Hello, I just wanted to comment about the message about getting new microphones. For me, would it be possible to get a larger microphone for Forman that covers like more of his face? Because I can't even I have to listen to the audio now because if the kids come in when I'm watching it on YouTube, they're like, "Father, why are you watching The Angry Man again?" No, he's not angry. He's just funny. That's all. Don't worry, kids. So yeah, a larger microphone, something.
Yeah.
You know,
To cover more.
I could probably chip in a little bit of money. Just let me know.
Okay.
Okay. Thanks, Scotty.
Yeah, I could probably get Foreman a large pop filter, kind of like this.
Yeah.
That would help.
Oh,
Look,
and a
it
big
blocks my
screen,
face. Big screen. Yeah, you
yeah, I
could use
can
that.
Why are
that.
you watching
Sure.
The Angry Man again?
I'm one of those
You're
guys
not even
shouting
40.
on YouTube now, am I?
Yeah.